Hello, my friends. This is Kathleen, Be Again Books, and I'm so pleased to be here in the studio with you today. I have kind of a show and tell. It's sort of a stash dive of just 12 different ideas for how to use vintage playing cards in your journals. And I suppose they don't have to be vintage if your style is not vintage, but it could be any kind of game cards or playing cards. But today I have 12 different ideas to show you. So I'm going to just kind of show you the things that I have thought of, and then I have one last quick demo for the 12th idea. Okay, here we go. So I have a journal that I have been working on. I have it bound, but it is still naked. And it's kind of a springish journal, so I need to get a move on. But I'm going to use this to demonstrate, these ideas so that you've got an idea about how it works. So number one idea is just one of these little closures, to use it as a closure. One of these little flip up, flip down kinds of elements. So you would glue, if you want a pocket behind, you would glue on 3 sides and then create a closure that just tucks behind. So that's the first idea, is just using it as a focal point. I have embossed this one, made a little cluster, and that's how I would use that. So that's number one. Number two is just a cluster, again, as part of a cluster. And this I would use on the edge of a page like this. And then it would be something that you could use as a tuck spot. So I would glue that to the side of the page and then tuck a card or some other piece of ephemera behind it. So don't forget to use a playing card in a cluster. This is the same type of idea. This is just a little piece of scrap that's, behind there. And I would use this on the edge of a page. I would hang it over a little ways. Let's find a printed page maybe. Here we go. Yeah, I would hang it over the edge of the page so that on one side it would be a tuck. And on this side, again, it would be a tuck spot. So just glue it down there and it would hold ephemera. So this one I've just, done some glossy accents on these pretty butterflies. Put that on a vertical line in a row. That was number 3. Okay, number 4. Is easy. You just take 3 playing cards and you cut one on a diagonal, and so this becomes a little diagonal pocket. You can put a little tag in there, so it can be a bottom tuck, can be a top tuck, but it has this second little pocket. If I were using it on the top of the page like this, I would probably, put it this way with the card going the right way, so that it looks, like it's a top tuck, like that, right? So you can get two of those out of 3 playing cards. All right, let's see what else we've got here. Oh, yeah, you can just use the playing card as a tag to tuck into a pocket. And then I have altered the back so that there's some writing space here. Made a little embellishment with those little pieces there, just to dress that up a little bit. There's not a lot of room on the back of a card, but a little bit, and it makes a nice little tag in a pocket. This is just a little notebook. I just only have 2 papers, but you know, that gives you eight little places to write. And all I did was, you can see that I have sewn that into this little paper binding, and then I have glued 2 cards on the back of that binding, and then put some little sari silk to cover the binding, and then dressed it up with a couple of little tags. I have one of these little tiny Tim Holtz bulldog clips, and that is a sweet little, you know, insert for a pocket. Here, I just have made this into a tab. So I would put it on, this side. You can't see it on that page. Let's use it on this page. So I would attach it, glue a line right there, and attach to the side. And then it can be a tuck on one side and just a tab on the other. Or you could make it, you know, stick out like a true tab by gluing down just both sides. I like that idea. I'm probably going to do that. This I have done in the style of steampunk, so I will put that in my steampunk journal. Another idea is just a peekaboo pocket. So I would put the pocket on, I think this one is oriented toward this side. Yes. So this side would line up square, and this side would kind of just attach here with a bit of glue down this side and a bit of glue right there in the corner. And then it's a peekaboo pocket. You can see the little peekaboo down here in the corner. So one side is straight and the other is canted so that it creates a pretty design. And then I've just used these paper flowers here in this at the intersection. Okay, a couple more. Here is another peekaboo pocket. This is a belly band rather than a pocket. So you can make it a pocket by putting, you know, it down this side. And depending on if you have a, you know, a shorter page, it can come to the edge and glue that way. So it can be, if you put it higher, it can be a belly band and no stop on the bottom. If you use it as a peekaboo pocket, then you would glue down here and across here. That would be your stop, and then along here. So then it would come like that. That would take 3 playing cards. And this, you saw me do this one. Again, I've just used a card as part of a cluster or as a focal point if you had a pretty card for one of these little envelope belly band. Yeah. And finally, again, just as part of a cluster, this is one of my cluster belly bands. This is a little short for this journal, so I would have to find one of the layering pages to put that on. Yeah. So there's a whole bunch of just quick ideas. And now for the 12th idea, let me, I've got this stuff here. Let me take this and I'm going to bring my great big meditation journal. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to decorate the corner. This is going to be a little, you could call it like a secret suit. A suit meaning, whichever of the card suits that you like. This is pretty. I think this, I liked the black next to this page. And then I've got this sweet little girl that I'm going to hide. So that's why I'm calling it a secret. So I'm just going to use this playing card as kind of a flip that hides something beneath it. So it could be a picture, as I'm doing today, or it could be a poem, or it could be some hidden journaling, whatever you want to hide. I just have made a little hinge here with a scrap of paper that I got out of the trash, actually. I'm going to, I'm going to glue it first to the card, and I have sanded right along there so that it will grip. So I'm just going to put that along the edge. And I don't really want it showing on this side, but it needs to be really close to the edge so that when it flips without, catching. I'm going to glue this part of the hinge to the page. Make sure I've got it on straight. And I'm putting this at the bottom because this is kind of heavy here at the top. So if I put this down here at the bottom, then it will sort of balance those piano keys up at the top. This is just a little fussy cut from a book. Illustration. Glue her underneath the card and have her kind of peeking out a little bit. And as I say, it could be anything underneath there that you might want to hide. There we go. I think that's just kind of cute. So there's 12 quick ideas for using these common vintage playing cards that I'm sure you have in your stash. I hope that was helpful. I hope that you'll try one of these ideas. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite, and I'll see you again with a new project.